It's not just another school day for some pupils in the Crewkerne area of Somerset. Today, the school gymnasium at Wadham is the venue for the Rotary Technology Tournament 2019. There are 6 schools from the Crewkerne and Yeovil areas taking part, and there are 24 teams of 4 divided into 3 levels. Foundation, 11 to 14 years, Intermediate, 15 to 16, and Advanced, 16 plus, the levels of difficulty being graded accordingly. At 9 o'clock, Derek Phoenix opens the tournament, welcoming the pupils from the 6 schools on behalf of Rotary Crewkerne. Derek has been the driving force behind the occasion, having been involved with technology tournaments for schools in his native Yorkshire. Derek introduces Peter Mackay of Gooch and Housego, who will be the head judge for the day and will outline what the day will entail.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Peter. I'm the chief judge for today, and I'm going to just introduce what the task is and give you a few pointers.
He tells the youngsters that the judges and stewards here today have much experience in engineering of different sorts to help with the challenge, which is to construct a flashing beacon. He outlines the timetable for the day. Hints on how to go about the task appear on the screen. Peter also shows the pupils a succession of slides denoting various beacons, from an ancient form of communication for warnings or celebrations, fire baskets on hilltops which can be seen from 10 or 20 miles away, to flashing lights on fire engines, ambulances and rescue vehicles to attract attention. And at sea, flashing buoys and lighthouses used in harbours and areas of water navigation, and how a lighthouse uses a Fresnel lens to focus light. And each lighthouse has its own pattern of flashes. He shows how the flash can be generated by electrical circuits, or when they are not available, by blocking the light for brief periods. It can employ mechanisms generating rotation with an electric motor, rotated by dropping a suspended weight, cause rotation by using a pendulum, but the motion must still be controlled. The length of the pendulum controlling the speed, or by the use of flywheels to cause rotation with the inertia of a flywheel. And what about the use of a rubber band? Twisting it and then releasing the energy. Teams are then given final hints. The timetable appears on the screen and the challenge begins. The room becomes a buzzing hive of activity as the teams set about their tasks. One wonders how many engineering and technical ambitions may be triggered here today. The instructions are read carefully and reread. Each member of the team must give thought to how they will plan the project. They must discuss it, work as a team. They must always keep in mind the rules imposed and how problems may be overcome. Teams must see what materials they have been provided with and decide how to use them. Discussions between team members start to focus minds on what direction their project will take. An early consideration will be how the construction will be dealt with and what effect it will have on the ultimate working of the beacon. Structures need to be strong enough, and the best way to achieve this agreed. The height of the project could become important when the method of making the light flash is decided. The designs come to be more than just ideas, and their plans are laid. After careful reading and planning and formulating their ideas, at 10 o'clock, building can begin.
I think the trick is to get the beacon structure as stable and as high as possible, but still leave enough room for any sort of flashing mechanism that they've come up with.
This is where it becomes interesting and the building work really begins. Teams have worked out their plan and hope that it'll result in a successful project. The prudent ones have a plan B up their sleeve. This is the point when their designs will be translated into a working model.
Just struggling with the legs and keeping them on at the minute because the glue's not dried quite yet. Right. But we'll just keep going and see how it turns out really. We got plan B if necessary, so.
The pupils are required to produce a portfolio to document and record their work. They will make drawings and sketches and outline the principles of their design ideas. It will be important to work as a team. Portfolios will be collected at 12 noon, which will also be lunchtime, if they think there is time to stop.
It's going quite well, and we're just hit a problem at the moment because we're trying to make it spin, and it's like we haven't got enough wire to make it spin, so kind of hit a problem.
It's hard to twist around, because if we tried to twist it around the bulb, it wouldn't work because it'd get tangled up.
Depending on the method with which they want to make their beacon flash, they must select the materials to build a structure to suit that aim and begin putting it all together. To avoid any instability, they may introduce stays or braces to overcome that problem.
So essentially what we're principally looking for the A-level students, which is what I'm working with judging, is effectively we're looking at how they're operating as a team, how they're actually approaching the task, breaking it down into its constituent parts, brainstorming the ideas to actually solve the critical parts of the problem, and having identified what that problem is, so that they can then come up with a design that actually meets the criteria, and then hopefully should then work this afternoon.
They mustn't forget that they are required to attach an advertising notice for the Rotary Club. It will be necessary to keep in mind the importance of producing a structure to suit their ideas for beacon flashing.
We're going to make a beacon, and we're kind of going to do a kind of tripod thing to make a beacon and have a flashing light out of a pendulum with a weight on the bottom and have wire on the pendulum, so when it hits the tinfoil it will connect the circuit and make light flash.
During the construction period, the teams will be testing out their electrical theories and maybe carry out trial and error exercises.
At the moment we're just trying to jot down some ideas, so we're thinking of a weight hitting a battery to maybe activate it, or a pulley system to activate it, and then or a trap door which could open and close.
Right, okay, yeah, so we're just trying to sort out our designs at the moment. It's a really good activity actually. We're using quite a bit of problem solving, teamwork to try and figure out how we're going to do it. We're struggling a bit on the lighting situation, but apart from that we're all really enjoying it. And it's a great task to go and do practical work really, yeah.
Now is the moment when it all must come together, when the ideas become reality and teams submit their models to the scrutiny of the judges. Judging takes place at 2 tables in the hall simultaneously, one for the foundation and intermediate levels, and the other for advanced teams. Each model will be tested, and the flashes must reach a prescribed number.
Is it over?
It is an exciting and perhaps a nervous moment when each team will hope that their ideas will please the judges and pass the testing phase.
Okay. Thank you for excellent concept, guys.
Tournaments like this very much help to inspire the next generation of engineers and scientists. The United Kingdom has been a great innovator of technology and engineering projects since Victorian times. We have in this country a critical skills gap, and it is important for youngsters to see the benefit of careers in science, technology, engineering and maths. We do begin to see a greater interest in technology, and women are taking an increasingly important role. All of the assessments have been completed. Peter addresses the teams, ready to announce the winners of the 2019 Technology Tournament, a moment of great excitement. First, he thanks Wadham School for hosting the tournament, then the sponsors, Parker Hannifin and Bradford's Crewcam. He congratulates the students on their very good attempts, pointing out that some will have done better than others. Some might make different decisions if they undertook the same tasks tomorrow. That is what engineering is all about. He introduces Dennis Stevens of Yeovil Rotary, who is the district governor, and will present the awards.
In the foundation group, the winner is Buckler's Mead 1. In the intermediate category, the winning team was Holyrood 5. In the advanced category, the winning team is Wadham 5.
I just wanted to say thank you very much for all taking part. It's lovely to see so many of you enjoying yourselves and getting involved in science. And I'd like to thank the Rotary Clubs of Crewkerne, Ilminster, Crewkerne District and Shard for putting this on. And we hope you all take part again soon. Thank you very much.